Hey guys, just a quick note. I realized in this episode that I totally butchered the pronunciation of the brewery for this beer. It's Deustche. I realize that now, so thank you all for bearing with the fact that I totally butchered that repeatedly in this episode. Thanks so much. Have a good one, guys.
Tasting Anarchy, your wine and liberty podcast. Join Mason and Jake each week as they try new wines and discover how much government is in your drink.
Hello everybody, this is Mason, doing a solo episode, mini episode without Jacob. He's away today, so I figured I would give a little taste of things that I've been up to on my own. So tonight I am doing a beer, unlike most of the time we usually do wine on the show, but Jacob does do some beer with his sister, which we always enjoy, and I have done a beer or two on my own. So I have, now I'm going to get the pronunciation wrong, I think, because I think it should be the Deustche Brewery, but it might not be. It's a Portland brewery. It's quite an old craft brewery. Started as a brew pub. It's like about 28 years old at this point. They do a Black Butte, and a lot of people might know that one. This one is from their Reserve series. It's called The Ages. So it's a gaze-inspired multi-year blending shapes a wild brew brimming with hints of savory, fruity esters and spicy, tangy pear and white pepper flavors. I haven't opened this. It's actually got a pretty nice dipped wax cap and everything like that. It's supposed to be 8% alcohol by volume and I think 13 IBUs, which is the International Beer Units, I think is what that stands for. So if I got that wrong, I'm sure somebody will tell me someday. I'm actually having trouble getting through the wax seal, which I thought was nice. So sorry for the delay there, folks. Jacob and I started as big beer connoisseurs before we transitioned to wine, as many of our long-term listeners will know. So this will be fun to do another beer. I haven't done a more exotic beer because I'm not even sure what the gaze style is. I've got this from the local Kroger, which is where I get a lot of the things that I do on the show. This one is kind of part of a series of things that I intended to do for you folks, but I never got my act together. So I had this idea of Tales from the Discount, which is where, or the Discount Rack, which is where at my local Kroger they have a large series of discount racks available for in the wine area, but sometimes they have beer and other alcohols that they serve. I mean, they only really have beer and wine at grocery stores in Virginia because of the ABC laws, but you know, they sometimes have other things there, and this was there. So this was originally about $14, but I got it for $6.47. Volume wise, let me see if it gives us an idea on it. Looks like it's a full pint, so 500 milliliters and 1 pint, 0.9 ounces. Like I said, it's 8% alcohol. It is pretty nice because it does tell us it was bottled on 3/23 of 18. I'm having this on 4/7 of 19, so this is over a year old beer, or was bottled over a year ago. Who knows how long it took them to actually brew it. Still struggling with this wax cap. I finally figured out how to get it open. So, sorry for the long delay and ramblingness there, folks. But, hopefully I'll be able to pour some of this and give it a shot. It's nice about beer being carbonated. It doesn't always need the time to open up that wine does. So, my inability to plan ahead on making sure I could open this quickly won't be too big of a problem, it seems. So, I don't know what I was expecting, but it's a very light color, kind of hazy. Yeah, nice head poured on it so far. So it's a full pint, or it's a little over a pint, so my pint glass won't be sufficient, but I'll give it a shot. Got a very high sour note up front. Pretty good. There. Yeah, it definitely has some strong sour bites to it. I'm not really picking up the white pepper, but it definitely has a lot of good sour kind of acidity to it. Yeah, definitely tart, which is nice. Spicy, maybe not so much. But yeah, a very interesting beer so far. I'll get another pour in there. Yeah, definitely got a good amount of pear to it. Some souring to it, though it doesn't indicate anywhere that it is a soured beer. Sour beers are especially fermented, and they have some fairly strong wild yeasts, things like that do that fermenting and give it the sour notes to it. If you guys haven't had a sour beer, I really do recommend them, especially if you enjoy tart things. Yeah. This is pretty good. Seems to be pretty heavily carbonated, which I don't know why I wasn't expecting it. Maybe it's because I'm used to their Black Butte Porter, which is definitely, as a porter, not as carbonated, a little kind of flatter, in general. But yeah, this is pretty good. So, not all sure what else to say about it. Let me give it another shot. Yeah, definitely sour, like I said. High carbonation on it. Jacob and I, through Jackson, had done a kind of alternative to not Chardonnay, but Champagne for our New Year's episode. And those were very high carbonation wines. This kind of seems to have that same level of bubbles to it, though when you have it in your mouth, they don't pop as much as the ones during the New Year's episode with Jackson. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. So if any of you out there get an opportunity, The Ages by the Deustche Brewery in Portland, according to their Wikipedia website, they do seem to ship to quite a few states these days, and beer is sometimes easier to get a hold of than wine, at least distribution-wise, as far as I can tell in the area, at least where I live. So yeah, if you get an opportunity, definitely give it a shot. Have a good one.
Once a year, the world's power brokers meet in secret at a heavily secured facility and discuss the fate of regular people like you. This meeting is known as the Bilderberg. But you don't have to worry about that, because you're going to Childeberg. Childeberg is the premier gathering of free folk in Texas, held at the beautiful Black Rock Park on the banks of refreshing Buchanan Lake in Llano County. Childeberg 2019, June 8th and 9th.
Chill in the lake.
Make new friends with liberty lovers like you.
Enjoy camping in the great outdoors.
Hop in the wine van and visit the local wineries. Participate in podcasting magic and much, much more. Email us at tastinganarchy@gmail.com or reach out to us at Childeberg on Twitter for additional details. Childeberg 2019, June 8th and 9th. I'll see you there.